Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Welcome back to the Redgate-Large channel. It has been a little while. I've started the stream a little bit early for you in the hope that, we can get on nice and early and get things sorted out. And as you can see by the stuff all around me, it is Chelsea versus Tottenham Hotspur tonight. It should be a good game, the last of the pre-season games as far as I'm aware. So it should be fun. It should be exciting. But guys, if you are new, please do me a favor and go down and smash that subscribe button for me. I would really appreciate it. And as well, be sure to smash the like button as well. All the support will be the best. So tonight, like a few familiar faces will know, it will be a live watch along of the football match. And we've got plenty of topics as well to be talking about. We've got news coming out. About Romelu Lukaku. We've got absolutely everything going on in the world of football at this current moment in time. But before the teams come out, before that's all sorted, be sure to leave your score predictions in the comment section or the live chat, whatever you want to say. I've just clocked the fact it's full stadiums, which is a bit weird in itself, but we'll talk about that in a little bit as well. So we're going to just quickly move on, and what we are going to do is we're just going to have a look at the squads that will be playing this evening. Let's have a look at the teams. Right, here we go. Apologies if you see, there we are. Right. Should be loading up. This is Chelsea's official team. So, as you can see, there are a few names still missing from this Chelsea side, but they are mainly, the players who went far in the Euros. So, as you can see, there's no Reece James, no Ben Chilwell, and no Mason Mount, of course, no Jorginho, and no Emerson. Is that a surprise? Not really sure. But the team it is, in goal, we've got Edouard Mendy. It looks like a 3 at the back. Does it look like a 3 at the back? It does look like a 3 at the back. I'm going to assume it's Zuma, Chalobah, and Rudiger as the 3 centre-halves. And then we've got, what I'm going to say is Hudson-Odoi at right wing-back with Alonso at left wing-back. I saw Hudson-Odoi in the last friendly against, was it Bournemouth? Looked absolutely fantastic, and I think he looked really good as well against Arsenal. So exciting stuff, really exciting stuff. Then we have the midfield two, looks like Kovacic and N'Golo Kante, and then we have Hakim Ziyech, Kai Havertz, and Timo Werner starting up front as the front three. Havertz, of course, scored that fantastic goal against Arsenal last time out, and Chelsea have their other London rivals today. And I'll be intrigued to see if Werner plays his typical way of, well, not really scoring, not really creating too many chances. But there we are. And we will move on to the Tottenham team as well. As I just clock, I don't have my Chelsea top on. But oh well, it's only a pre-season game. We've still got the sign up at the back. They've nice little flag. So that'll be fine. And we look at the Tottenham Hotspur team. And Golini starts in goal. I'm not sure who that is. If you are a Spurs fan, be sure to let me know. I'm assuming he's a young lad. And then they have Doherty, Tanganga, Dyer, and Reguilon, who look like the starting defenders. They've got Oliver Skip, who, I mean, he feels like a young man still, but whether he still is completely over my head. Then Højbjerg, Dele, Bergwijn, Lucas, and Son. So that front four there looks very, very attacking and looks like it could cause a few problems for this Chelsea lineup, as always. But the big name, of course, that isn't in the substitutions, isn't in the team, is Harry Kane. We'll get onto him in a little bit. What does this mean for Tottenham Hotspur? What does this mean? So I will stop sharing my screen right now and let's have a chat, ladies and gents. And like I said, if you do enjoy this stream, be sure to smash that like button, hit subscribe, and let me know. I'm sure there'll be plenty of people in here. Josh says, Sam, I've hit 100 subscribers today. Congratulations, Josh. Congratulations. Fraser's already subbed to it. Of course, Fraser's already subbed to everyone. Your new background looks good. I mean, it's just a shared house I'm staying in, but it does look quite nice, doesn't it? With the map of the world. Map of the world looks lovely. Golini is a goalkeeper from Atlanta on an 18-month loan with an option to buy. Oliver knows his stuff. Aren't Chelsea bringing the UEFA Champions League trophy here? Yes, they are expected to be doing that as well. That will be, I'm assuming that's after the game, just to brag to Tottenham a little bit more. But what I might do is I might go off camera, grab my Chelsea top, get quickly changed into my Chelsea top, and be back in 2 seconds. So let me grab this, and then we can get ourselves sorted and looking like we actually, support Chelsea, and we're not sitting in the Tottenham end. Right, I will be back in 2 seconds. Right, that's much better. Much better. Here we go. They already brought it out, says Max. Max knows more than I do, and we are underway. And this is the first stream of the season. I'm going to try and do at least every Chelsea game this season. So if you are a Chelsea fan and you're watching and you're brand new to this channel, be sure to smash that like button for me. And, we'll have a good time over the course of the season. It was a mental season last season, wasn't it? Chelsea winning the Champions League. If you've not seen the highlights of me and, at the time, my co-host reacting to that, that was absolutely phenomenal. And what a night that was. What a night that was for everyone associated with Chelsea Football Club. So we are underway here at Stamford Bridge, and it is Chelsea who are in their normal blue. Hopefully we can get some luck with this blue shirt. It's been a bit of a curse, hasn't it? The FA Cup final and then the female Champions League final, both of which weren't very good for Chelsea. But hopefully we can break that little bit of a rut. It looked like we did against Arsenal. Got a win under our belt, a comfortable win as well. But lovely one back there from Kovacic's. Ziyech looks to set Werner through. I'm intrigued to see in this Chelsea team who will sit up front and who will be as the attacking midfielders. It's going to be interesting. I think Werner probably will start out on that left-hand side as Havertz look really comfortable, but there might be a half opportunity here for Spurs with Son, who he tries to do a little bit of nice feet to get the ball through, but he's been defended well there by Chalobah, and Hudson-Odoi has managed to turn away. So, guys, we have got plenty to talk about today, and so if there is ever a dull moment, which, there doesn't seem to be when it's Chelsea versus Spurs, that's a lovely ball over the top, though, looking from Werner from Alonso, but defended okay by the Spurs defenders. I think that was Eric Dyer in there. It looked a little bit clumsy. Eric Dyer is the captain for Tottenham Hotspur tonight. Hi, Stefan. Sorry, how are you? I'm doing very well, mate. I am doing fantastically well. And Max is behind, which is no problems. He can't show the match as copyright. Exactly. But there is 31 people in the stream. So like I said, be sure to get involved in the chat as well. Just because we've got the regulars in doesn't mean we can't have a few new people in the chat. So let's have a look at some of the talking points, which, I'd written down. And one of the first ones I think we've got to talk about is this story that has been breaking in literally the last 30 minutes. I think I've seen a tweet from Fabrizio Romano. Let me know, who would you prefer? As a Chelsea fan, as someone watching the Premier League, who would you prefer Chelsea to sign? Romelu Lukaku for his, second stint for Chelsea, third stint for a top six side, or would you prefer Erling Haaland? It's a big debate that's going on. Romelu Lukaku has come out and said that he fancies, he wants the bid to be accepted. He wants to come back to the Bridge. He didn't play many times for Chelsea on his first time, and we nearly got him again, didn't we? We nearly got him again when he went to move to Manchester United, but we ended up with Morata. How well did that work out for us? Not very. But let me know, who would you prefer, Lukaku or Haaland? Lovely ball there into Son, shot deflected, good save, down to our left of Edouard Mendy, but down to his right. And that's an early sight of Edouard Mendy to see, if he's got his hands on tonight, if he's all sorted and got his hands on. Have you heard the news on Daniel Levy in TalkSport? Don't think I have. Haaland would be the dream, but Lukaku has a good Premier League record. He most certainly does. He has a fantastic Premier League record. Erling Haaland. Romelu Lukaku, an absolutely fantastic player, Romelu Lukaku. And as a result of that, it wouldn't be a bad player to have. It's just whether he can, find that form that he had at Everton. And Chelsea have given away a foul there. Apologies for the dogs in the background. They're very excitable. Yeah, Chelsea giving away a foul there. Maybe shouldn't have been a foul to give away there. A little bit clumsy there from Callum Hudson-Odoi. A little bit clumsy. I think Lukaku, because Haaland has already said he hopes the Chelsea bid is a rumour, and Dortmund losing Sancho's look like they won't sell Haaland while Lukaku is in great form. So yeah, I can see what you mean. It's very difficult. Erling Haaland obviously wants to commit to Borussia Dortmund, but here go Chelsea on the other way with Timo Werner going up this right-hand side. Looks to pull the ball back in, but defended nicely. I believe that was by Tanganga. Couldn't quite see who it was, but defended well. Dele Alli is another player who needs to get back into this Spurs side, finding some form. Not sure on his trim, though. Let me know on his trim. We want Milo. Milo's not here either. I'm living in Leeds, so he's not here. Milo signs for Chelsea on a 5-year deal. He definitely does. What about Grealish to City and Ings to Villa? That's what I've been saying. That's what I was going to talk about, in fact, in a short while. We will be talking about that. I'm maybe going to leave that one because it's quite a big one to dive into for the halftime break. So we might have to dive in on that one. And it should be an exciting match tonight. I'm looking forward to this. We're 5 minutes in. Both teams have had half a sighter, but nothing better than that. Nothing better, nothing more, nothing less sort of thing. Next stream, at least get Milo. I can't get Milo. I don't know where he is. That is the problem with Fraser. Like I said, guys, if you are new, be sure to smash that like button, hit subscribe. 22 people in the stream, so hopefully we can get me up to that 350 mark. Bergwijn looks to put a ball in, well defended there by Kurt Zouma, another talking point. What do we think to Kurt Zouma moving to Sevilla in a swap deal for Jules Koundé? Seems very much like a FIFA transfer, that one, doesn't it? Very much sounds like a FIFA transfer, but it could work out for Zouma. Maybe he's not going to be he had such high hopes. Maybe he can get into the team. But the way this Chelsea side have been defensively over the last year or so, there isn't much chance in Zouma getting in, especially with Thiago Silva extending his contract at least for another year. And then by that point, Zouma will be 27. What do we do with Zouma there? Mendy hoofs the ball up, though, looking for Callum Hudson-Odoi. Well defended, though, by... I can't even see who that is. I'm assuming it's Reguilon at left back. Reguilon into the feet of Ziyech. Reguilon? Hudson-Odoi into the feet of Ziyech, but he's been absolutely chopped down by by Reguilon. That's why I had Reguilon's name in my head. And last night, Josh hit 2.5k out of nowhere. Yeah, Josh has done absolute bits. It's because of his reporting at the Aston Villa training ground. He's done absolutely fantastically. Nearly 12,000 followers on Twitter as well, guys. That is mental. Absolutely mental. Did you see Danny Ings went to Villa out of literally nothing? It does seem a little bit out of the blue, but the way I've seen this is, the signing of Buendia, Leon Bailey, and now Danny Ings. I think this is preparation for that 100 million that they knew they were going to get from the Jack Grealish transfer. I think Grealish was, as soon as that Leon Bailey signing came in and they confirmed that, they knew that they could let Jack Grealish go. And that's what they've done. I think they are going to do that, and that will be happening next season. And Ollie Watkins can also play off the left as well. Callum Hudson-Odoi rolls it back into Ziyech. Ziyech looks to curl one. Oh, couple of yards over there. Not too far away there from Hakim Ziyech, the Moroccan. Be interesting to see next season how he manages to fit into this team. Wasn't the best of seasons, Hakim Ziyech, for him. I think he came with a lot of expectation and maybe didn't fulfill that, as many of Chelsea's transfers did. But it's, 25 yards out. He's looked to curl it on that favoured left foot of his, and it hasn't quite gone well. Hasn't quite worked out. But yeah, I think going back to Aston Villa, Josh's beloved team, I think I'm just reading a tweet from Fabrizio Romano. Chelsea are getting confident to sign Lukaku soon. So there we are. That's another step forward. But talking about Aston Villa, I think Aston Villa were preparing for this. I just think they sit there and they go, right, we need to spend the money before we've got it. And that's what they've done. And I think they had no choice. If they'd have maybe bought Buendia, they'd have had that, movement in the budget. They could have still signed Buendia. But as soon as they started looking at other people, I did wonder if Jack Grealish was going to be there to make the money for it. They're definitely moving forward as a club, but we'll have to see if the transfers work out nicely for Aston Villa this season. We all know that it can be a difficulty for Aston Villa and teams generally when transfers come in. Chelsea have been a prime example of that. It's been a difficult one for some of Chelsea's players. And if Aston Villa make too many wholesale changes, they could shoot themselves in the foot. But back to the Chelsea game, Mateo Kovacic here rolls the ball into Kurt Zouma, the absolute nutcase. Antonio Rudiger. Zouma isn't a nutcase. Rudiger is a nutcase. Out there to Callum Hudson-Odoi. Can he drive at Redgate-Large? No, he rolls it into Ziyech. Back into Hudson-Odoi. Hudson-Odoi fakes the cross into why do I keep saying Zouma, man? Back into Hudson-Odoi, into the feet of Werner. I don't know what it is with Zuma's name in my head tonight. I just keep getting this stuck in my head. Absolutely stuck in my head. As I can see, there are 31 people in this stream. If you are new, be sure to smash that like button, hit subscribe, and don't be afraid, guys, to drop a comment in the chat. Let me know what you think to Romelu Lukaku potentially signing for Chelsea. It looks, for the second time, it looks even closer than ever does that signing. Chelsea on the front foot here, though. They seem to be the team who've come out the brightest, maybe look a little bit sharper as well. I'm not sure if that's because, Chelsea had less players going to international tournaments, but who cares? They look sharper, and if we can get a nice win tonight over Spurs, that'll give them plenty of confidence for the next season. And it just rolled out there for a Spurs goal kick. Chelsea, I don't know what happened there. I was trying to concentrate on it without the dog going off in the background. I was trying to concentrate on it, but I think Spurs were just a bit lazy there, and the ball's gone out of play, gone straight out of play. Sam, can you locate England on the map? What, this map? It's up there, isn't it? Up there. There you are. Is that all you wanted? If you need, we want dog. There's 2 dogs, Max. What did Oliver just put? I tried to read it and it disappeared. If any of you put Palace in a relegation spot, you will need medical attention. I'm gonna wait and say mine in a few weeks. That's all I'm saying. I'm gonna wait for a few more transfers. Then probably the week before. I don't want to make false promises. The week before the Premier League starts. I don't even know when the Premier League starts. Feels like so far away, but it's not that far away. I need to start thinking about that one. Need to start thinking about it. Right, let's have a look. What else did I have for us to talk about, guys? So, oh yeah, I don't know how I've not even mentioned this. I'm assuming I've mentioned it slightly. Harry Kane, does he go to? Is he going to Manchester City? It looks like it, doesn't it? I mean, he's not turned up to training for the past 2 days. Credit to Jack Grealish on that one. He has turned up to training and trained at Aston Villa, which I think shows his respect for the club. But also, Harry Kane, I saw something that made me laugh earlier. It was the amount of goals per game and then just trophies, 0. That made me laugh. That really made me laugh. But there we are. It is unfortunate for Harry Kane. I think he will go to Manchester City. I just can't see him. I know Daniel Levy or Daniel Levy, whatever you want to call him, wants him to be backed into Spurs, but I think he's too good for this Spurs side. And I think it's difficult for Spurs at this current moment in time, especially with Chelsea achieving so much. Lovely ball in behind, looking for Kai Havertz, pulled back. Looks for Ziyech. Ziyech tries to bring it down. Defended nicely, though, there by Dele Alli, of all people. When Chelsea played Villarreal, I'll be in a different country. Oh, very nice. Are you off on holiday, Oliver? I don't even know when that is. When do Chelsea play Villarreal? Someone will have to tell me. God, blimey, that was a loud thud. I'll be in a new house in 9 days. Everyone's moving about. Post-COVID. Oh, this is made up, by the way, before you think I'm an absolute freak. Oh, header there from Marcus Alonso. Nicely saved, though, by Golini in goal. Nice save there. Nice and easy, that one. I think Chelsea might get him because of Jack Grealish joining City. Getting who, Fraser? Who are we on about? Kane? Because I don't think we'll get Harry Kane if because of that. Sorry if the internet just cut out there. I don't think we'll get Harry Kane. I think Chelsea look as though they're going to be after Romelu Lukaku now. Ball into Oliver Skip. Lucas Moura out wide, out on this right-hand side with Marcus squaring up to Marcus Alonso. Kante tries to get a foot in. Defended nicely, though, by Chalobah and cleared away by... I couldn't even see who that was. It was either Rudiger or Zuma with a big hoof up the field. Harry Kane. I don't think Chelsea will get Harry Kane. I don't think Harry Kane would be that disloyal, I think is the word I'm looking for. Yeah, I don't think he'd be that disloyal to Tottenham. But who knows? Hakim Ziyech with a shot, and that is 1-0. What a finish that is. That was absolutely out of the blue, as you can tell by my reaction to that. Absolutely out of the blue. What a finish that is from Hakim Ziyech. Chelsea have just picked the ball up after a Tottenham Hotspur mistake, and he's fired it into that bottom corner. What a finish that is from Hakim Ziyech. That looks much better from Hakim Ziyech. Much more of the player we expected. It was Lucas Moura who lost the ball, and N'Golo Kante with a lovely tackle. Werner made a run outside of Ziyech, which just opened up the space for Ziyech just to place it into the keeper's bottom left-hand corner. And what a finish that is from about 25 yards out as well. Perfectly placed from Hakim Ziyech, which does make it 1-0 Chelsea at Stamford Bridge. And same old Spurs by the looks of things, making problems for themselves. Absolutely making problems for themselves here, Spurs. And that is the first thing that's happened. They have made problems for themselves. Absolutely. One-man team, says Oliver. Exactly. The one player who hasn't shown up all season. Or last season, should I say. But it is 1-0. And I can't say that's not deserved. Ziyech looked bright in the early stages. Ziyech has looked early in the bright stages. Bright in the early stages. I put Hakim. I didn't even put Ziyech on the end. I guess everyone knows who Hakim is. Nope, just me. There we are. Fraser, who scored? I told you who scored. It was Hakim Ziyech. Hakim Ziyech has scored in the 16th minute for Chelsea to make it 1-0. Chelsea do look bright, though. They look brighter out of the two teams. I'm not sure if that's just because Chelsea are the better side, though. That's what you've got to bear in mind with that one. If Chelsea are the better side, of course they're going to look brighter no matter what, really, maybe? I don't know. Let me know. 11th of August, Chelsea versus Villarreal in Northern Ireland. Yes, in your native land, Josh, and technically mine as well, but we'll leave that. Let's move on. I've got some more topics to talk about. So we've spoken briefly about Harry Kane. I think he'll go. I think the fact he's not playing tonight shows he'll go, especially without the fact that there doesn't seem to be any injuries to Harry Kane. So that would indicate that he is going to leave Tottenham Hotspur in the near future. So I would expect that. Especially missing training as well. But I think he deserves the move. Same with Jack Grealish. Football Styles says, Sam, I snapped my ligament. Now I can't play football for 5 months. Yeah, I've done that before as well. It's not very nice, is it? I have a friend who might be going. He might have an extra ticket. Good luck with that one, Wilco. That'll be fun. Should be a good game of football, that one as well. And I'm sure I'll be streaming that on this channel if I am free and available as always. Lovely, well nicked back there from Mateo Kovacic. Rolls the feet into the ball of Havertz. Rolls the ball into the feet of Havertz. Back into Kovacic. Kovacic looks to drive into a little bit of space to roll it into Hakim Ziyech. Ziyech out to Werner, who's situated on this left-hand side. Alonso goes behind him. Rolled back into... Oh my gosh, this could have been such a good goal. And Werner's touch just let him down there. That was some fantastic football for Chelsea. That looks like... well, prime Arsene Wenger football, that. It was a lovely ball from Alonso to roll it into the feet of Havertz, and Havertz has just dropped it off nicely to Timo Werner. I need to get back into this commentating thing. It feels funny. Definitely feels funny. Now I aim for 200. Exactly, Josh, exactly. And speaking of aims, if you are new, be sure to smash that like button, hit subscribe. Try get me to that 350 goal. I've been looking at that 350 goal for a while now, and it is staring me right in the face at the moment. Really staring me in the face. And let me have a look. Let's see how many subscribers we are on. How many subcroders we are on. Let's have a look. Let me turn my phone off. Oh. Let's have a look, ladies and gents. 341. Thank you for everyone who has subscribed, and we'll keep moving on forward. Keep moving on forward. My new favourite club is Chelsea and Brighton because I'm moving around the corner from Brighton. Fair enough. Fair enough. Sounds good. Sounds very, very good. 19 minutes played here. That's another lovely ball into Ziyech. Ziyech looks to clip a ball over the top to Werner, but that is easily caught by Golini. And Ziyech looks to be the man at the minute that everything is sort of going through for Chelsea. Let me just unloosen this a bit. There we are. Everything seems to be going through Ziyech. Maybe that's a sign of things to come for the next season. Maybe so, maybe so. But of course, don't forget we have Mason Mount, you know, my star boy. Everyone knows that who watches this channel. Mason Mount, we've got Ben Chilwell, Reece James, Jorginho, and Emerson to all come back into this Chelsea side. So this is, you know, it's not full strength whatsoever. Tammy Abraham, of course, might be leaving the club. So there's plenty to come from this Chelsea side. And so far, they've been dominating this Spurs side, who I was expecting to put up a bit of a better performance, if I'm brutally honest. Lovely ball from Kovacic to Werner. Werner, can he get his shot off? He can, but it's blocked by Eric Dyer by the looks of things. Ziyech takes another shot, and it's a couple of yards wide on that left foot. Chelsea all over Tottenham Hotspur at the moment. It looks like a very, very easy performance for Chelsea at the moment. Eric Dyer does well to block that shot by Timo Werner. Timo Werner just getting his sights in, just trying to get those shooting boots on that he had at RB Leipzig, just trying to. So let's have a look. I've seen Stefan talk about Tammy, so let's have a look at what I had written down earlier, which I had seen from everyone's favourite Fabrizio Romano. And this is the topic we are going to talk about. Tammy Abraham isn't going to Aston Villa because you've just signed Danny Ings. But where might Tammy Abraham go? There's the rumour of the Arsenal. I don't buy that. I don't think he'll go to another London club unless it's like a Crystal Palace. Might suit him, actually. I don't think he'd go. I don't think he'd go there. I think he's too loyal to Chelsea to do that. But the rumour is that Tammy Abraham will be going to Atalanta. Zapata will be going to Inter, and Lukaku will be coming to Chelsea. So like a three-way swap deal, you know, obviously with money, because Lukaku is much more expensive than both of those two aforementioned players. Let me know, guys. What do you think to this? I think it could work out for Tammy Abraham playing in Serie A. He could get some goals behind him, really spend 3-4 seasons in Serie A, score a lot of goals, and then come back at sort of 25, 26, the prime of his career, having scored 80, 90 goals in 4 seasons or whatever it may be. Maybe that's a bit over-optimistic, but having scored a lot of goals and coming back to England and potentially to Chelsea, depending on the form. And, you know, that could work as Oliver Skip nicks the ball away. But, well, he skipped by a few players there, didn't he? But Zuma, absolutely fantastic defending again. The big Frenchman getting in the way. And then Zapata to Inter. Can't really comment on... is it Dusan Zapata? Is that his first name? Sounds like it could be right. I don't know. Yeah, I think... I can't really comment on that, but obviously Lukaku to Chelsea sounds very, very exciting. Let's have a look at the comments. Football Style says Arsenal. He should go to Arsenal. He should go there. Come to Palace, lads. Werner's through, but he's offside. And of course, because he's offside, he's scored. That is classic Timo Werner, that. He is at offside. I don't think there's VAR in action this evening. So that's another offside goal for Timo Werner. Is he actually offside? The ball rolled through by... Oh, no, he's onside. He's actually onside that time. He's actually onside. Ziyech rolled the ball through to him, and I think Eric Dyer has just kept him onside, unfortunately for Werner. But, you know, offside Werner is one of the greatest players of all time. He should come to Palace. I wouldn't be against him going to Crystal Palace. I think he might suit Crystal Palace as well because he can work as a bit of a target man, but he's also quite nimble. Miles on, says Max. Exactly. It was far on, wasn't he? Any more comments, guys, about this thing here? What do we all think? And I hope we're all doing well as well. It's been a little while. I hope we're all over the heartbreak of the England game or the ecstasy of the Italy game, depending on where you're from. Hopefully we're all over it. And, thank you to those people who did watch that video. 3,500 views. Mental, absolutely mental. So if you are new, be sure to smash that like button, hit subscribe, get all of that good stuff out of the way. And it's another exciting season of Premier League football and Champions League football as well, which will be on the cards for us, guys. Suit Vieira, the managerial superstar. I have big things coming, including a collab with a certain someone. I mean, that sounded like you were hinting at me, but I don't know. I mean, you've not said anything, so there we are. Heartbreak, more like celebration. What? Sam's brain. Fulham versus Burnley, greater than England versus Italy. Exactly. That is true. And the reason I didn't stream the final is because I wanted to just absorb it all and just have, the experience. Because if we'd have won it, I'd have almost regretted watching it and not watching it with my family and watching it with my friends. So that's the reason behind that one. Ziyech out wide again to Callum Hudson-Odoi. Hudson-Odoi looks to go inside. Oh, his trickery is absolutely fantastic. Thinks he's been pulled down, but Højbjerg's run away with that. And he looks to counter-attack, rolling the ball into Lucas Bergwijn. Sorry, not Lucas Bergwijn. That's not even a player. Son is playing through the middle of this front four. So if there were any questions about who would play through that centrepiece, it is Heung-min Son. He is starting through the middle. And it looks like you've got Mora on the right, Bergwijn on the left. No surprises there. It was just whether Dele would sit in as a false nine. Alonso goes down the line to Werner, who tried a lovely bit of skill there, but Tanganga's ended up putting it out for a corner anyway, so it might have worked for Chelsea here. Wilco's convincing his dad. Lovely stuff. My dad knows nothing about football, so it'd be pointless me doing that. I'm actually 1/16 Welsh, so I'm from Wales now. I'm not sure that's how it works. What is a 16th? Your great grandparent? I don't think that counts, Oliver. Sam, can we get an FPL league? Yes, I need to sort that out. Because as we all know, Zuma with another header from that corner. Oh, sorry, Rudiger. I keep not being able to tell who's who here. The quality of this stream isn't very good. It was Zuma who jumped up in front of him. That's why Zuma jumped up in front of Rudiger there. And I think he's seen it sort of last second and he's edited it and it's gone just over. 350 subscribers. Sam should have to save off his beard. No, I might do that at 1,000. I think that'd be the goal. That'd be an achievable thing. And a really, really big goal because this is quite a big thing for me. Yes, but we will get an FPL league. I'll get that set up as soon as possible. I'm sure Wilco, if you can remind me to do that, or send me a message on Twitter right now, and then I'll look at it afterwards and we'll sort it like that. If you could do that for me, that would be great. If you haven't followed me on anything else, on any other social medias, go down onto the description. You will see my social medias on there. Be sure to go give me a follow as well. And if you haven't already, Josh Wilco's just hit 100 subscribers today. Go and subscribe to him as well. And listen to his podcast. Surprisingly good. I'll give you that, Wilco. I'll give you that. Kovacic is just giving away a foul there on Oliver Skip. But not too much in the way of Tottenham Hotspur today. It's been a little bit quiet for the Spurs. For the Spurs? Is that what someone says? There's Nuno Espirito Santo, of course. I forgot about that. Is the new manager of Spurs. Although, admittedly, my brain has just gone blank as to who was the manager before him. God, I can hear the countdown timer in my head. And I just cannot remember who the manager was. Oh, it was Jose, wasn't it? Was it Jose? Yeah, it was Jose. There we are. Need you on to discuss Chelsea? Absolutely, absolutely. I am the Chelsea expert, apparently. Mora rolls it into Dele Alli with his questionable haircut, but I'm not here to judge haircuts. Rolled into Heung-min Son. Son tries to get away from Kante. He's rolled it back into Reguilon. Reguilon into Dele Alli. Dele Alli into Højbjerg, who had a fantastic Euros. Højbjerg into Doherty. Doherty into Skip, who's playing quite high up actually for Oliver Skip. I thought he was more of a defensive midfielder, but that's how much I know. Mourinho, Dumbo, lol. No, it was Ryan Mason. Oh yeah, I guess it was Mason, but yeah, Mourinho after that. Palace have a blue kit, so I am legally obligated to support Chelsea. Is that how it works? I don't remember supporting Crystal Palace last season when Chelsea had a Crystal Palace coloured kit, but there we are. Played back. Oh, miscommunication then. Heung-min Son nearly got in, but Rudiger's managed to recover there. It was like a half back pass, half tackle from Marcos Alonso, rolled back to Mendy. Mendy didn't quite go for it. Rudiger didn't quite go for it, but he made the most of it. He made the most of it and just hoofed it clear. That's all we needed from Rudiger. Here's Tanganga, though. He's gone all the way back for Spurs here into Oliver Skip. And all the way back again. I don't know quite how they've done that. Back to Eric Dyer. Sam is back, lads and lasses. Yes, I am. I'm hoping to try and catch you up, Josh, but I feel like that's a little bit off the books. Off the books? That's not a phrase. I feel like that's a little bit out of reach now, but there we are. If you can help me on the way to catch up Josh Ring, then be sure to smash that like button, hit subscribe. It would mean the world to me. And if not, go and subscribe to AVFTS as well. Our local celebrity that we have on this channel. Josh, I've joined the 100 Club. He most certainly has. Sam, combined subscribers. We're still 2,000 off him. Who scored? Says Ezekiel. Hakim Ziyech scored in the 16th minute. Hakim Ziyech scored. Fantastic little shot, actually, from about 25 yards out. All the space created, though. And if you are new, mate, be sure to smash that like button and hit subscribe for me. That would mean the world. Another ball into Ziyech again. He's really central, really narrow, this front three. Into Alonso. Alonso back into Werner. Werner looks to clip it round the corner. Dele doing his good defensive duty there, but it is hoofed clear, and it's managed to fall to Rudiger, and Rudiger will go back to Mendy. Sam, did you turn subscriber mode on before the stream? If you didn't, we'll show you after the stream. What does that mean? I don't think I did. Sam, I claim 50 of his. I shared it to my friends and family. Fair enough. I have no clue what Josh is on about, so I'm sure he'll show me after the stream anyway. Here's Kante. Lovely switch there to Marcos Alonso. Well brought down. Alonso weirdly has that in his locker, but he may be going to Inter Milan as part of that swap deal for Romelu Lukaku, depending on how it all works out. Like we said earlier, it could be a little bit weird, the whole Lukaku situation. Chelsea could end up losing, two players for the price of one, realistically. They could end up losing Tammy Abraham at the same time as Atalanta look to replace Zapata. Lots going on, absolutely lots going on. I think it means sub-only chat. I don't think I've it on, so if it is, I'll have to turn that off. Let's have a look. We'll have a look whilst my stream lags a little bit. Here's Kante. Dele's been solid defensively tonight. Don't know why, but he has been solid defensively. It's a bit weird for Dele Alli, isn't it? Josh has AVFT Army. Sam has SRL Fam. If that's what you call it, if that's what you want to call yourselves, absolutely. We've got to come up with something a bit more catchy, though, Wilco. Surely there's something slightly more catchy than Fam. Surely that's slightly more catchy. Ziyech again causing all kinds of problems into Hudson-Odoi, who looks to play the ball back into Ziyech, but they weren't quite on the same wavelength there, and Reguilon managed to nick the ball away. guys do you think we still need to sign? Who do I think we still need to sign? I mean, I think we'll sign Lukaku now. I'm pretty confident on that. Having looked at Fabrizio Romano's tweets, having a looked at all that good stuff. I think Chelsea aren't far away there from signing a key striker. But other than that, where do we need to sign? Obviously, we've got a fantastic left back, fantastic right back. Maybe we need a young defender. Jules Koundé is obviously the player who is looking to come in with a swap deal and money for Kurt Zuma. So there's plenty. It's weird, really weird. I think. Oh, I don't know where else we can go. Sam, don't turn on sub-only mode, please. I haven't turned it on. I haven't turned it on. Search Poggy Games in there. Yeah. 343 subscribers, guys. We are 7 away, as Josh Wilco said earlier on. So if you could, it'd mean the world to me if you could smash that like button and hit subscribe. As Ziyech, the man of the moment, has gone down here, getting a little bit of treatment from the Chelsea medical staff. Hopefully that's not too big an injury. Seems to me like he's okay. So shouldn't be too much of a problem there. Shouldn't be too much of a problem. Be back on his feet in no time, I'm sure. Just looks like it was a heavy fall for Hakim Ziyech. Hopefully he doesn't do what he did last year, where he injured himself against Brighton in the final preseason game of the season. And, it didn't go... He ended up being out for quite a while, didn't he, Hakim Ziyech? So, slightly unfortunate for Ziyech, but there we are. Slightly unfortunate, if you ask me. I'm just having a look to see if I've put on sub only. I don't think I have. I've just put it on hold inappropriate comments. I don't know. Sam Fam. Yes, Wilco. That sounds... I mean, it sounds like it rhymes, so does that count? Does that count something good? Sam, I'm way ahead, lol. You're 7% Antarctican. Right, I'm not sure that's a thing. "35 minutes played. Chelsea look comfortable for the most part. Look very, very comfortable, if you ask me. Not too many opportunities created for Spurs, and Chelsea have won the ball high up again. Here is Hakim Ziyech again in the middle of it, in the thick of it. God, that just reminded me of that weird TikTok song that was going about a few weeks ago. My phone froze now on laptop. No worries, Wilco. Oh, lovely turn there from N'Golo Kante to get away from Dele Alli. Rolls it out wide to Marcus Alonso. Marcus Alonso with a lovely switch for Hudson-Odoi. Brings it down nicely. Squaring up against Reguilon. Rolled back into Hakim Ziyech. Shapes the shoot. Fakes back. Rolls it into N'Golo Kante. Kante back into Kovacic. Kovacic into Kante. Back out wide here to Hudson-Odoi. Kante runs over to support him. Squares up again with Reguilon. Rolls it back into Ziyech. Ziyech, oh my gosh, create something from this. Here we go. Ball in from Hudson-Odoi, looking over the top for Marcus Alonso. Doherty's done very well as Marcus Alonso was just winding up. I'm streaming the game live. So am I, Football Sneaks. So am I. Into the thick of it. That is the one I was on about, Wilco. Please don't get that stuck in my head again. Please. I would appreciate that. What's this game on, mate? I think it's on Chelsea. I think it's on Chelsea TV. That's what I'll be watching. That's what I'm watching it on. Although I'm not actually sure which channel it is on. Let's have a look. I don't think it's on Sky or anything like that. So Chelsea. Huh, I can't find it. Well, there's my answer. Chelsea TV. I don't know if it's on anything else, though, other than Spurs Fan TV, if they have a thing called Spurs Fan TV. Oh. Anyway, now that I've had a nice little drink, let's get back into this. So, relax. I think Spurs need to start looking at this for the second half. I think they're going to come out a little bit better. They've really, really been locked in, sort of thing, not been able to do much against Chelsea. As Ziyech goes again here, looking to go by Dyer. Dyer defends well there. They haven't really had an out ball. They're missing that out and out striker playing Son through the middle. It's 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 difficult for Spurs because, like I say, without Son, you can't really hit Son against the likes of Chalobah and Rudiger and Zuma, who are just tall, absolute giants, mountain of men, and so it's going to be difficult for Spurs in the second half. But they do need to change something if they want to, if they want to get a win out of this. 350 subs. 350 subs, and Sam should buy a Northern Ireland top. Why would I do that? I'm loving this game. Chelsea TV to bring it this season, fan. Yes, I hope so. I hope Chelsea will bring it this season. I hope we'll challenge for the Premier League. But that does bring me on to my next, topic of conversation. Where do we think Spurs are finishing this season? Where do we think Spurs are finishing? I think they're not quite at the level of the former glory. Might have to hold that thought, though. N'Golo Kante wins the ball up high, tries to get it into Werner, manages to get it into Werner this time. Can he get his shot off? Saved strangely by Golini, and Eric Dyer just stood over the ball. So, where do we think Spurs are going to finish this season? Are they finishing in the top six, or will Leicester or a West Ham or even an Everton be able to knock them out of that? What do you think, guys? Let me know in the chat. Let me know. What do you think? Should I send the link? Send whatever link you fancy, provided it's not weird like some of Shaza. Yeah, where do we think Spurs will finish? Sub to Sam, or else you will be in a box. Yeah. Precisely. I think Spurs. Oh, it's a difficult one. Because you look at the squad, you look at the all-round squad, it's very, very talented. Without Harry Kane, who are they going to bring in? They've got plenty of time, though, to bring players in. I reckon they are finishing 8th. Is that too harsh? I'm not sure if that is too harsh. I think an 8th place is a fair position, especially with losing Harry Kane. It's going to take, if Vinicius is the one to step up, I think it's going to be difficult. But there we are. Oh, Kane, lovely ball. Kante, sorry, lovely ball into Werner. Werner into Ziyech. Ziyech goes again. Good save, though, by Golini. Easy. So Ezekiel says 6th place. 8th if Kane leaves, says Football Star. Max says 7th. I think we're all in sort of like the same area. I can't see them getting Champions League football, and they need to keep hold of Kane or Anson. Vinicius doesn't play for us anymore. He doesn't play for Spurs anymore. I did not know that. I did not know. After his Kylian Mbappe antics against the non-league side, I'm not surprised, though, that he doesn't play for Spurs any longer. 40 minutes played, wounding down the final few minutes here. Hakim Ziyech so far, man of the match for me, by an absolute long shot as well. Absolute long shot. It's been fantastic from Ziyech. He has just won a foul, so that's probably why I was speaking about him. But there we are. Let's have a look. What other topics of conversation did I have to talk about? Where are we? Oh, this exciting topic. Romero from Atalanta, I believe, has signed for £50 million. My knowledge on this is he got a team of the season in FIFA this year, so clearly he was a good player, right? Yeah, he signed for 50 million. It shows a sign of intent for Tottenham Hotspur, really wanting to solidify that defence. No longer got Alderweireld, have they? So they are a little bit short on defenders at the moment, this Tottenham Hotspur side, which is maybe something that has gone under the radar a little bit as Doherty looks to break out and Rudiger taking no chances whatsoever. So Romero is, he could be a piece to the puzzle they maybe need to solidify. Don't really know much about him. He's played in Serie A last season, had a very good season from what we can tell. So it's a matter of finding out, isn't it? Is 50? I think 50 million euros though is a lot of money to be spending on a not an unknown defender. He played in the Champions League last season with Atalanta, but a defender who you maybe haven't heard of and maybe isn't a household name. It does seem like a lot of money, but I can't say anything. Sam, you can call me DJ Good Vibes. Okay, I'm going to call you Good Vibes from now on. There we are. Christian, what? Where did that come from? I have no clue why Wilco just said Christian. Decent player. Spurs need him badly. Serie A Defender of the Year. High accolades. Very high accolades for Romero. But can he do it on a cold, windy night in Stoke? That's the phrase, yeah. Can he do that? No, I don't think so. But we'll have to wait and see how he fits in. Chelsea win the ball back high again. Kante looks to switch it towards Havertz. Poor touch from Havertz, though, and Oliver Skip has nicked in nicely, but only played the ball back to Kante. Into Alonso here. Alonso rolls it into Havertz. Havertz looks to shoot. Good save by Galini. Easy stuff there for Galini. Good bit of experience, though, for Galini against the likes of Havertz and Werner, even though neither of them really had their shooting boots on last season. About 20 yards out of that from Havertz. Christian Romero, that's who it is. He just said Christian for no reason. There we are. Let's have a look. 350 subs, a new room / house tour. I mean, I'm living in a shared house, Wilco, so I don't think I can do that. It's not my place to do a house tour. Yeah, but there we are. Maybe when I get my own place, hopefully in a few months, if I can get my own place and I've saved up a little bit of dollar, I can do something like that if you guys so wanted. Chelsea have a free kick in a pretty dangerous position here. I don't know who's going to take it. I was thinking it's Marcus Alonso territory, but it's not quite the right side for Marcus Alonso. But it's a good sort of distance out, so about 27, 28 metres out, if I've done my calculations correctly. It does look like a very, very decent position for Marcus Alonso to get himself on the score sheet just before half-time. 4 men in the wall for Spurs. It does look like it's going to be Marcus Alonso. Alonso's placed the ball down. Oliver Skip is laying on the floor. Alonso's placed the ball down. What can he do from here, though? Looks a little bit far out for Marcus Alonso. Straight into the wall. Not very good whatsoever. Spurs could play Northern Ireland Team LAN in the Conference League next week. I totally forgot that was a thing. I totally forgot the Conference League was a thing and that they would be in it. But that does mark half-time. And it is Chelsea 1, Tottenham Hotspur 0. Chelsea 1, Tottenham Hotspur 0. And it has been a interesting first half. I think we've learned a lot about both sides there, actually. And, yeah, I don't really know what to make of that. I really don't know what to make of that. It's kind of been a weird first half, hasn't it? It's been, Ziyech has been dictating play. Spurs have really been struggling with it, but Spurs don't look at their best, and that's my problem with this Spurs side at the moment. They don't look at the best, especially in this game. They've just not looked at their best, and we're talking about that Romero or whatever his name is. I can't remember what I called him earlier. Probably something completely different, but maybe he could be the missing piece to this puzzle because Spurs need something. They need some defenders. They need something. Halftime game. I mean, I've not really prepared a halftime game, Max, because I don't know how many of you will be in there. And obviously, I've not got a colleague or a co-host to sort stuff out with. So it's a little bit difficult. Anyone know what to do when your phone freezes? Can you not hold it down on like there and hold it down? Well, there we are. I just had a thought as well there. Maybe Harry Kane isn't playing because of the Euros. Maybe that's why Mason Mount, Reece James, Ben Chilwell, Jorginho still aren't playing. Maybe so. I really don't know. Of course, the transfer is around and it's a massive, massive thing that is in the back of their minds. It's even your wallpaper is Mason Mount. I was hoping no one had seen that. I was hoping no one had seen that. Erin got relegated from the from the background. Oh god, that's embarrassing. 21 and has another man as as their background. Brilliant stuff. Absolutely brilliant stuff. But back to Harry Kane. Yeah, maybe that's what I'm wondering. Is it the transfer? What do we think, guys? Is the reason Harry Kane's not playing tonight? Is it the transfer, or is it England duties? You know, he's just come back. We're just looking at this goal again. It was so well won by Kante up the field, and maybe the keeper can do better. I'm not sure. Kane is still in Florida, but on purpose. Wouldn't surprise me one bit. Would not surprise me one bit, to be honest with you. The thing behind you in the distance is that, yes, that is all that Kante covers. You go from all the way over. Oh, hang on, get my hand on the screen. All the way from here, all the way over here. That is what Kante covers. Can you please sub to me? There we are. And if you are new, be sure to smash that like button, hit subscribe, all of that good stuff. We'll be back with the football shortly, but I'm just going to talk about a few topics that are, that are on my mind at the moment. And the first one is a huge one, and I'm sure expert Josh Ring, if he's still in the chat, will be telling us all about this one. And if you haven't, be sure to go and subscribe to AVFTS and go follow him on Twitter, especially if you happen to be an Aston Villa fan. Jack Grealish to Manchester City, guys. £100 million is the rumoured number. Let me know what you think. Are you in favour of this? Do you think Jack Grealish should be leaving? Or do you think Manchester City isn't the right destination? My one worry is that he's going to turn into, similarly to like Riyad Mahrez, someone like that. That is my one worry for Jack Grealish, is that he will get minimal game time. And is that where he wants to be? It could be that he's at the forefront of this Manchester City side, that he's playing game after game after game. But I thought that about Riyad Mahrez, and he's not really had as much of an opportunity as we would have expected. Where does he go? You know, is this the right move for Jack Grealish? Let me know. What do you think? Is it the right thing for him to do as well? He's been so loyal to Aston Villa over the last few years. He's been with them when they got relegated, and now they look like a force to be reckoned with. But like I say, I think the money that they have spent is already the Jack Grealish money. So I think he's out the window. Absolutely. Sam, can I ask if you show the match and you talk? Unfortunately, I can't show the match because of copyright problems, but there we are. Grealish will bottle it playing as a number 8. I don't think he'll play as a number 8. I think he'll play off that left-hand side. It's just a matter of, will he get the game time? Because you look at the players that will be in that squad. God, that is a massive spider. Oh, well. You look at the players in that squad. Raheem Sterling, Riyad Mahrez, Bernardo Silva, that was the other one I was thinking of. Obviously, we got Phil Foden as well, who kept Jack Grealish out of the England side for the most part. So whether it's the right move for Jack Grealish, you guys let me know. Let me know in the comments. Josh Wilco's calling him a traitor. Pep wants him there. Of course Pep wants him there. Pep wants everyone at his football club. He wants the best of the bunch. Mate, you can find the match on YouTube. Search Chelsea versus Tottenham live. There we are. Exactly. Or you can just watch this. And we're just watching Werner's offside goal, which was actually onside this time, which is a little bit disappointing. Pep said his role's number 8. I don't see him as a number 8 whatsoever, because when I picture a number 8, I think of Gerrard. Is he a Gerrard? Definitely not. He's a very good player, but he's not a Gerrard role player. He most certainly isn't. So I don't know. Next up, we've already spoken about Lukaku. We've spoken briefly about Koundé. And we've spoken about Spurs. But the next topic of conversation I have for you guys is, who will be the best transfer of the 2021-2022 season? Who do you think it'll be? We've had so many transfers so far. We've got so many rumoured. We've spoken about a load of them tonight. Who do you think it'll be? Do you reckon Jack Grealish will go down a hit? Do you reckon Danny Ings will be the man to propel Aston Villa back up towards their former glory. Who do we think it is? There's so many options, even already. Buendia is another one I can think of off the top of my head. Although, oh yeah, Jadon Sancho, that's another player, isn't it? Absolutely. Jadon Sancho is another player. Josh Wilco's just put, hear me out. Here comes an unpopular opinion from Josh Wilkinson. Here comes an unpopular opinion. Romero or Varane. I forgot about him as well. Varane is also supposed to be. Conor Gallagher to Crystal Palace. That looks like a fantastic move. Joachim Andersen, who was so impressive, wasn't he, last season for Fulham? The few times I watched Fulham, Joachim Andersen and Tossen, that's the other centre-back's name, were absolutely fantastic. Armando Broja, maybe so. It's a hard one, isn't it? Who will be the best transfer of 2021-22 season? I mean, we've got to weigh it up. Liverpool have been very quiet. They still need a replacement for Gini Wijnaldum. Is that going to be Curtis Jones? Will he just step up rather than them spending the money? They don't really have the money. There's always talk of that link to Kylian Mbappe. That's not going to happen. We've got plenty of people. And Azpilicueta is coming out. I can see Azpilicueta on the pitch celebrating with the Champions League trophy. Lovely stuff to see before the game. Davide Zappacosta on that. Totally forgot he was even at Chelsea. I totally forgot about that. Showing off the Champions League trophy to the crowd in front. Well, there's no Spurs fans there anyway. I still don't know how to pronounce his name. With the PL captain winner Vieira. There's a lot of Crystal Palace seems to be recruiting pretty well, if you ask me. I mean, Man United look a force to be reckoned with, don't they now? I mean, you think about the team, they've got Wan-Bissaka, Luke Shaw, Varane, Maguire. You've got Scott McSauce, Paul Pogba. It's going to be filthy, isn't it? And then if you can get Anthony Martial back, Gehi, that's how you pronounce it, thank you. Liverpool midfield will be Fabinho, Thiago and Henderson, provided everyone stays fit, absolutely. It's going to be difficult, guys. Let us know, who do you think will be the best transfer of 2021-22 season? Chelsea yet to make a transfer, but they've had quite a fair few players leave Chelsea, haven't they? They've had Olivier Giroud leave. We've had someone else as well. Obviously, Gilmore's gone on loan to Norwich. That could be a fantastic one for Chelsea. We've had plenty of players leave. There's someone else who's really big, obviously Tomori as well. So plenty going on in the transfer window this year. I think it's really exciting this year. Not just Chelsea dictating the dictate. Not just Chelsea ruling the market, it is everyone, absolutely everyone ruling the market. I can see there's 49 people in here. We will be getting back to the football in a short while, but we are a few minutes away from it getting sorted. So if you are new, be sure to smash that like button, hit subscribe. Daka to Leicester looks good, and it looks sweaty for FIFA, doesn't it? Daka to Leicester. Giroud left for AC Milan. So did Tomori. You know, at least the Chelsea boys are sticking together over there. And if anyone else has any more, who will be the best transfer of 2021-22, be sure to let me know. And the final thing I have to ask you guys before Chelsea get back underway in this second half is, can Chelsea defend their Champions League title? How will Chelsea do? Will they do well? I mean, as a Chelsea fan, I'd love to see us get to the quarters and the semi-finals as a minimum to defend our league. But who knows? I don't know. You guys don't know. Stream gone. We're just waiting for the football just to get back on, and then we'll be back underway with the live commentary. Gehi and Gallagher, next Maldini and Pirlo. Lukaku says JP, good stuff. JP, absolutely good stuff. We've signed Armando Broja and Marcus Bettinelli. There we are. Yeah, I think that was from like Fulham or someone like that. I don't know. But can Chelsea defend their Champions League title? I mean, the easy answer is no. I mean, is the team on the same level as those all-conquering sides of Real Madrid and even the Liverpool side that got to the final consecutively 2 years? No, absolutely not. It's not on the same level. But with Thomas Tuchel, you just don't know what's going to happen. Chelsea have come out absolutely brimming with confidence in both games, in all three, actually, of the games in the preseason friendlies. And they've looked good. And this is without quite a hefty amount of their players. This Spurs side looks a lot weaker at the moment than this Chelsea side does. But it is mental. Yusuf says, yes, not sure what that was to. If Chelsea sign Lukaku or Haaland, they can defend their Champions League title. I mean, you would hope so, wouldn't you? Because you look at the attack that Chelsea had last season, Havertz, Ziyech, they didn't really have many goals in them, and they've still managed to do well in the league. Jorginho was their top goal scorer, of course. And just to address, there's 160 people watching. Absolutely mental, guys. Thank you for the support. If you are new, be sure to smash that like button, hit subscribe, try and get us up to that 350 goal if we're not already. And Josh Wilco, oh, where is it? 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 There it is. Oh God, that was so weird. Haaland is out, guys. He does look like he's out of the run. Kane is not playing. Put him in the team. I mean, he's not good. The thing is, I don't think he'll ever play. Clickbait, exactly. 350, absolutely fantastic, Oliver. We're getting there. Can Chelsea defend their Champions League title? I'm going to go out on a limb and say no. I think the furthest we will get this season is the quarterfinals. Mike says, come on, you Blues. Ratchet says, 169 people in here. The magic number, isn't it? Ratchet, magic number. Be sure to subscribe, guys, if you are new. And we'll get, hopefully, the football will be back underway anytime in a moment when I can continue the live commentary of the football. So, Football Star saying, yes, Chelsea can defend their Champions League title. If Chelsea did it, they can do it again. Brian says, great Ziyech. Ziyech has been fantastic. Absolutely fantastic tonight. 2 more, Sam. Come on, guys. Be sure to smash that like button, hit subscribe, all of that good stuff. There's 180 people in there. All we need is 2 of you to subscribe to get me to that 350 goal, which would be simply sensational. And get involved in the chat, guys. Absolutely get involved in the chat. We've got plenty to talk about. I've got plenty of topics to talk about. And of course, we've got Jack Grealish. We've got Harry Kane. We've got Romelu Lukaku. Absolutely fantastic stuff. And FaZe says, why not? I'm assuming that is a why not to Chelsea winning the Champions League. Exactly. Why not? Who knows what this Chelsea team can achieve in the next season. It's such a young side, such a fantastic squad. Whereas Pulisic, I'm not actually sure. I am not actually sure. A very, very good question there. I've not seen. I know he did pick up a knock a few weeks ago, but whether that is just... He's on the bench apparently tonight. If that answers your question, he is on the bench tonight. I know he picked up a slight knock. So there we are. 2-1 the score will be, according to Mike. Pulisic is on the bench, David. Hi, Trevor. Hope you're doing well. Do you think Chelsea will win the Premier League this season? Now, that is a whole new kettle of fish, Ratchet. That is an absolute whole new kettle of fish. It is... it's a difficult one. Man United looks so strong, don't they? It's undeniable on paper. Manchester United looks strong. I'm sorry. Bakayoko's coming on. Who else forgot he was on this Chelsea rota? What? How? What? Should he be... I'm so lost with the comments, guys. Thank you for all the comments and stuff. Absolutely fantastic. You hit 350 subscribers. Yeah, we'll just go back to what Ratchet's saying and then we'll move on. Chelsea win the Premier League? I don't think so. And that's probably me being pessimistic as a Chelsea fan. But what do you guys think? You guys are Chelsea fans as well. What do you think? Spurs fans, Arsenal's fans, whoever's watching this stream, let us know what you think. Can Chelsea challenge Manchester United, Man City and Liverpool? I mean, Man United looks so strong on paper, don't they? They really do look strong on paper. Do you think they'll win it? Do I think they'll win it? I'm really not sure. I'm really, really not sure. But Bakayoko and Pulisic have come on. And just to answer this question of should he be a wing-back, I'm not sure if Pulisic will be playing a wing-back. Bakayoko has come on for N'Golo Kante. So pretty like for like there. I kind of forgot Bakayoko even existed, if I'm brutally honest with you. 197 people, guys. Be sure to smash that like button. Hit subscribe if you haven't already. Spurs have made a bright start, though. Come on, Bakayoko. Get yourself in the game. You've got something to prove. And that is... Oh, good defending. Chalobah. Son had an open goal there. Absolutely fantastic defending. Yes, David, I think Pulisic will be going in at a wing back. I mean, Hudson-Odoi's come off, so that would suggest we didn't even think of beating the best teams in the world, bro. We didn't lose anyone, and getting Lukaku plus Havertz on fire, plus European winning penalty taker. I mean, Jorginho didn't actually score the winning penalty, but never mind. I may have used two of my dad's accounts. Even better. Now shave your beard, be Jorginho. No, thank you. Call me Amelia. Okay, Trevor. Where are you watching, by the way? As in, where am I watching? As in the world. Ratchet, subscribe to me. Even better. I'm on totalsportec.com, David, if you want to check out that place. Defender midfield is solid. Only lack of confidence up front. I absolutely agree with that phase. Absolutely agree with it. We need some confidence in the attacking areas. And Werner was so fantastic last season. I think all Chelsea fans know he was fantastic last season. I think the people who watched him week in, week out, such as myself and such as you guys at home, know that he was fantastic for Chelsea. Football stars take the win. I'm not going to race you to 100, lol. We can defend it, but only if we can announce Haaland or Lukaku. Yes, that is a very, very good point. Thank you for watching and stopping by, mate. I do appreciate it. A very good point. I'm not sure what to make of the Lukaku saga. Obviously, we've had him before, but whether he'll fit the team, I mean, you'd like to think he would. He's moved into more of a fast-flowing player. Speaking of fast-flowing, Spurs playing some lovely football. Bergwijn played this fantastic ball into Son, and Son's touch is just let him down there as he's tried to get back in, and some fantastic defending again from Kurt Zouma as well. We didn't. I've already read that one. We'll move on past that one because I've already read it. I've already read that one. £100 million for Jack Grealish. What are your thoughts? You must have just missed it, Mike. I said my worry is for Jack Grealish that he won't get enough game time. I think he's a very, very good player, though. And I think he deserves a move to one of the top six. Not sure he'd fit in at Chelsea. Not sure. Lovely ball in behind. Rolled it back to Ziyech. Ziyech, 2-0. Get in. Hakim Ziyech is on fire tonight. It was a ball rolled back from Marcus Alonso, who'd got down to the byline, and he's just pulled it back into Ziyech. Ziyech takes his time, calmly slots it in that bottom corner, and nothing the young goalkeeper could do there. Absolutely nothing he could do. Unfortunately for the Spurs goalkeeper, Galini, it's an absolutely tidy finish. I think it takes a slight deflection, actually, off Dyer. Yes, I think it does. I'm just going to watch this again. Ziyech, it looks like it just ricochets off the inside of the foot of Eric Dyer, and that does make it 2-0 to Chelsea. And the scorer, again, is that man, Hakim Ziyech, scoring. So 49 and 16 minutes there for Hakim Ziyech, 2 goals, and there's still 150 people in the chat. So if you are new, guys, make sure you smash that like button, hit subscribe. Let's move on towards 400 subscribers. Let's move on. Of course, we can win, says Obi. I'm loving the confidence, Obi. Absolutely loving the confidence. And like I said, mate, if you are new, smash that like button and subscribe. Why bring in other strikers while you've got Abraham? Some others don't waste money on youngsters. Use the youngsters. I absolutely agree, Ronald. Lovely to see you, mate. Absolutely agree with you. It's a weird one, isn't it? To get rid of Tammy Abraham. The thing is, us Chelsea fans, we absolutely love and adore him. The Aston Villa fans love him, adore him, and he won't be going to either of them two clubs now, especially with Danny Ings signing for the mighty Aston Villa. I'm sure Josh Rings just paid me to say that. But yeah, I think it's a difficult one. I'd love to see Tammy get a full season a full season of being fit. I'd love to see him get it, but I don't think he will. I really don't think he will. And that's unfortunate for him. I'd prefer to see him go out on loan for a season, maybe go to I was going to say Leicester, but Leicester don't need him. West Ham, maybe go West Ham on loan. Maybe he needs a top Premier League side like an Everton, a Leicester, or a West Ham. Someone who's not going to quite challenge Chelsea. I say that Leicester definitely could. Someone who's going to be there or thereabouts and do a job. I do think we need to start using the youth, though. We have a lot of lot of talent in this squad. 33 likes, 367. There's lots of people in this chat, so I do appreciate it, guys. And get involved in the conversation. Get involved. Uranus says, Ziyech the Wizard, absolutely. He's been on fire tonight. Do you think Lukaku will sign? Well, Clyde, if you follow Fabrizio Romano on Twitter, you will see that it looks very, very convincing that, oh, is that a penalty? Referee says no penalty there. It was a dart in from the right-hand side from Matt Doherty. A little bit clumsy there from Marcus Alonso. We know he's defensively not the best, and it was a little bit clumsy, but Chelsea looking to go the other way now and make the most of that. With Havertz into Ziyech rolls it into Havertz. Oh, Havertz has overhit his ball, gone back out to Pulisic back to Werner. Oh my God, Werner, he's put it wide. Oh, Timo, never change, absolutely never change. 369 says Josh Wilco. Absolutely fantastic. Is it 3-0? No, it is still 2-0. Werner nearly made it 3-0 there. Jonathan says, hi, Sam. Long time no see. How are you doing? I'm doing great. Thank you, Jonathan. How are you? Hope you are well, my friend. Hope you are well. Well, if you're here, you're on the right stream. Yeah, exactly. There or thereabouts. Typical Werner. Puts it a couple of yards wide, unfortunately. Bakayoko getting stuck in, though. Great to see all these fresh new faces in the stream. Love to see some of you come back as well. So if you are a Chelsea fan, if you are a football fan, be sure to smash that subscribe button for me, guys. It will be a fantastic season. And last season, we had an absolute whale of a time. Absolutely did. So I would appreciate if you guys want to come along with me. I'm good, thanks, Sam. Who scored the goals? It has been Hakim Ziyech who scored 2. He's been on fire tonight, Jonathan. He's been like a prime Alan St. Maximan. I'm sure you'd appreciate that one. Fraser's keeping us up to date with everything. Hitting 70 subscribers. Well done, Fraser. Absolutely fantastic stuff, mate. I just missed a comment there. Chelsea to submit 130 million. Hopefully Inter will accept that. Well, Lukaku has pushed Inter Milan to accept it. He wants to come. That's what it seems to be, unless it's a selfless act of, oh, you need the money, get me out of there. But it doesn't look like it will be one of them things. It looks like he wants to come to Chelsea. He wants a reunion at Stamford Bridge. We know how much he loves Chelsea, and hopefully we can get him back where he belongs. What's your take on Giroud leaving? Giroud leaving again. We spoke about Tammy. The problem is, who are we going to have up front if these players keep leaving? If Tammy leaves, who are we going to have up front? Obviously, Lukaku. We've just spoken about him. Looks like he's going to be coming in, but there's so much that could go wrong. Can Pulisic play that ball in? He has into Werner. Werner, good save from Galini. That was, the back ball to Werner there. Maybe should have come in a little bit earlier, and that would have been in the back of the net. But yeah, I think Giroud is unfortunate. I loved having Giroud at the club. He'll do well wherever he goes. He's an absolute professional. What a legend Olivier Giroud is. And what, honestly, like, goal compilation, absolutely fantastic, isn't it? If you look at them. If you look at his goals, best player on the Chelsea team right now. Oh, Ratchet, mate, you don't know my love for Mason Mount. You've just missed earlier. Hang on, let me clear my. There we are. Does that tell you? That'll tell you who it is, Ratchet. Mason Mount. He's my favourite player at this current moment in time. 55 minutes played. Dele Alli. What is that trim, man? What is that trim? Oh, Chelsea, the counter-attack there was gone. I don't know what that trim is from Dele Alli. Sam, when can I have a spanner on here like you said last season? Oh, I will sort that for you right now. But hold that thought. Here's Lucas Moura. Lucas Moura into Dele Alli with his poor haircut. Is he going to prove me wrong? He's been tackled, but it's fallen to Lucas Moura. Moura, deflection. Oh. Well, that was a massive stroke of luck, wasn't it? That has absolutely flew into the back of the net. Moura's gone to do a shot. It's just pinged up, if I'm honest with you. It is just pinged up onto Rudiger over Mendy. Nothing either player can do there to get out the way. It's unfortunate. Spurs, do they deserve it? No, of course not. They're Spurs. But it is 2-1. It's something to deal with for Chelsea, and who knows? Who knows? It could be a comeback. Could be a comeback for Spurs. I keep forgetting the name. That's how much of a minor club they are. Keep forgetting their name. It was they're actually giving it to Lucas Moura rather than I was going to give it as a Rudiger own goal because that's what it more looked like, in my opinion. But there we are. That is that. That is life, isn't it? Really, it is 2-1. Oh, as Pulisic nearly goes up the other end and scores a lovely deep ball in there from Marcus Alonso, and Pulisic is so alert there, a lot more alert than I am. And I don't know why that was still saying 2-0, even though I had it there. Sam, if you ever need a guess, that's all right. Which club do you hate most in the league? I mean, do I hate any teams? I hated Leicester for that whole Daniel Amati thing, chucking it away. That really ticked me off. And I hate particular fan groups, but I don't think I hate a particular team. Difficult one. What were you going to say before, Sam? I cannot remember, Jonathan. I cannot remember. You'll have to jog my memory of what I started on. It was something talking to you, wasn't it? Oh, the spanner. There. That's what we were doing. That's what we were doing, wasn't it, Jonathan? I will sort that out for you, buddy. I will sort that out for you. There you are, mate. Sorted. Absolutely sorted. 120 people in the stream. Mental stuff. How can you watch the game? It is on Chelsea TV. If you don't have that, you might be able to find a streaming website. If not, keep checking in with me and I'll keep you up to date, Aidan. Lovely to see you, mate. Thank you for dropping by. And lovely, great questions as well. Sukaya. I'm going to go with that. I think that's your name. Apologies if it's not. Or if you have a nickname, let me know, mate. So most hated team, probably going to go with Spurs. I just dislike Spurs. I think that's the easy one, isn't it? I think that is the easy one. Easy one to go with. So many people for preseason. Everyone loves a good preseason game. Everyone loves a good preseason game. Nearly 60 minutes in now. Nearly 60 minutes in. Can Spurs get another goal back now? Really pile on the pressure. Like I said, guys, if you are new, please do me the absolute honor of smashing that subscribe button. I can see we're up to 374 subscribers. Would it be too cheeky to ask for another 6 people to subscribe? I don't think so. There's 105 people in here. How do you think Lukaku will play for us, says Clyde? I mean, his time at Manchester wasn't great. That's a lovely ball through from Son. They're appealing for a penalty there. I can see why they're appealing for that. I can definitely see why they're appealing for that, but the referee's not giving it. It just completely blocked off Steven Bergwijn there. I think it was Chalobah who blocked him off. Did his job though. He didn't have the best of time in Manchester. I think the thing to remember him when he was at Manchester United, he did still score like 15, 11, 12 goals a season. I mean, I think he'll do well. I think he's a born goal scorer. He's a natural goal scorer. So I do think he'll do well. He just will. I mean, I've been wrong before, haven't I? Timo Werner, I've absolutely backed endlessly, haven't I? Everyone will know that. I've backed Timo Werner endlessly, and who knows? Who knows, guys? Would you rather Son or Bruno in your team? I would take Son. I think Bruno is Bruno Fernandes for a reason. I don't think he's that good a player. I think he does get carried with his penalty stat, but there we are. Josh Wilco says, and his aim is for 200 subscribers. And yes, be sure to go down and subscribe to Josh Wilkinson if you haven't already. And Josh, you need to get yourself a custom channel URL when you can get that sorted. I would go with Bruno. Guys, let us know. What do you think? Sav, what do you think, mate? Would you prefer Son or Bruno in your team? I'm going with Son. I think Son is a much better player than Bruno Fernandes. I think he's head and shoulders clear. But whether you guys think that is a completely different thing. 376 now. Come on, guys. Let's get me up to that 380 and I'll be absolutely buzzing. Here's Rudiger. Finds a little bit of space. Takes the shot on. Oh, good save by Golini. And Rudiger now needs to desperately run back to get himself back in position. Golini wasn't being fast, though. And Spurs have actually got away with one there. That was sailing into the top corner. Who do I think will win the Premier League, says Ratchet. I think, it's so boring to go with Man City, but Man City with Harry Kane and Jack Grealish, I mean, do they lose a game? That's the question. Spurs are going up the other end now. No, defended well. Defended really well by Chelsea yet again. Really good defending. Really, really. Son for me, says Josh Ring. Different class. That's my thoughts. Different gravy. And what a lovely guy as well. Here's Pulisic. Can he get a shot off at the edge of the box? Rolls it into Werner. Werner out to Marcus Alonso. Alonso, weird kick. Falls to Pulisic though. Oh. And it's defended well by Spurs. I say well. I'm using that word very loosely. Lukaku, the next Drogba. Probably not. Son for me is a class above. I'm going to go with Man City, Ratchet, just to answer your question there. Give you a confirmed one. I'm going to go with Man City. I think Liverpool will finish 4th and United 2nd, Chelsea 3rd. That's what I'm going with. And you know what? Let's boost Josh Ring's ego. If you haven't subscribed to AVFTS, be sure to go and do that. That's not why I was boosting his ego. What I was meaning was I was going to put Aston Villa 6th. That's what I'm going with for next season. Villa 6th. Chelsea making some wholesale changes here. Hakim Ziyech comes off. Tammy Abraham comes on. We also have Malang Sarr, who was at Porto of last season, who is coming on. Timo Werner is exiting the pitch. I'm assuming that's not a direct swap. Tammy has just come on, though. Davide Zappacosta is the next one coming on. And so is Kennedy, who Jonathan will know very, very well. We then have, I'm trying to read the back of people's shirts here. That looks like Tino Angerin, who is coming on for Chelsea. Kovacic is coming off. Ethan Ampadu. Oh my God, the loanees are coming out here, aren't they? Ethan Ampadu is another player who will be coming on. And the final player is Ruben Loftus-Cheek. So a lot of changes there. A lot of changes for Chelsea. Freshen up the team. Don't do too many problems. And, well, it's pretty much a whole new team on for Chelsea. A whole new team. Interesting to see how that will fit, though. What formation we will play, I am yet to see. I mean, what? It'll be Loftus-Cheek in centre mid with Bakayoko. Oh my gosh, this is going to be so confusing. Smash that subscribe button. Exactly, Josh. Let's hope we can get to 380. It's been a wonderful night, hasn't it, so far? And if you could subscribe, that would mean the world to me. What do you think about Havertz being on fire? Well, Jack, do I think Havertz will be on fire next season? He looked good in that game against Arsenal, didn't he? That finish against Arsenal was very, very tidy. Can he replicate it all season? I'd like to think so. He's a very young lad, isn't he? A very young man still. And a fantastic footballer on his day. Will he? Will he go all the way this season? Score 10, 15 goals? In the Premier League, I'm thinking. Not just all round. I reckon he'll get 12 goals in the Premier League. There we are. Come back to this one when he does it. Predictions for the Super Cup final. The Super Cup's hard. The Super Cup and the Community Shield are hard to guess because, well, the best way to put this is the Super Cup is hard to guess because it's still a preseason match, isn't it? Still teams are finding their form, so it's hard to guess. My money would be on Chelsea if I was a betting man. Unfortunately, I'm not a very good betting man, so I'd probably go with Villarreal then. Max is off to bed. No worries. Chelsea have a corner, though, and Pulisic whips it in. Only as far as the front post, though. A little bit of a disappointing corner there. Only reached Heung-min Son at the front post. Pulisic, can he do something a little bit better? Rolls it into Angerin. Lovely bit of skill there. Manages to keep going. Can he? He's got a lovely bit of play. Can he get the shot off? Good save. Lovely bit of skill there from Angerin. A fantastic little bit of play there from the young man. That is better. That is what we want to see from these players. I hate the mass subs in a friendly. You hate the mass? What? I read that totally wrong, I think, but there we are. Why do you have to go to bed? It's school holiday. Still too late for some people. Timo was Timo. Dude doesn't have any luck. I know, Steve. I know. He just doesn't have much luck, does he? Sav says, I think Lukaku bid is a decoy to get a lower price on Haaland. What do you think? Oh, I mean, that's mind games, isn't it? That is mind games. But the thing is as well, Dortmund have just signed. Who have they signed? They signed Daniel Malen from one of the Dutch teams. So you've got in my head there, Sav. You've got in my head. KY27 says gained a sub. Absolutely. Thank you, mate. I appreciate that. If anyone else hasn't already, be sure to smash that subscribe button. Get me up to that 380. I would appreciate it. Yeah, Sav, you've really got in my head with that. Because I saw when Daniel Malen signed, I thought that's a weird signing to make if you're not going to make him as your first striker. Still a pretty young lad as well, Daniel Malen. Is he going to want to play second fiddle to Erling Haaland, who will be there a similar, if not longer amount of time? It's difficult. I think it just seems like too big a mind game to bother with. And I don't think Chelsea have the patience for that. I think they just prefer to put their money on the table and go for it. But 130 million euros, does sound very extreme. Here's Kennedy looking to whip a ball in. Tammy's taking his time a little bit there. Should have been in the box there trying to get onto that. But Chelsea have managed to recover the ball well anyway. Here's Ruben Loftus-Cheek. Loftus-Cheek, hoping for a good season from him if he doesn't go out on loan yet again. I want to see his skills come to fruition. I mean, do really, really well in a Chelsea shirt. We haven't seen the best of him, have we? We don't ask who will win the league. Exactly. Who do you think Chelsea's main asset will be this season? I mean, we look at Chelsea's team last season. Timo Werner was a good player for Chelsea. I won't hear people say that he was awful last season. He wasn't awful. He was a very good creator of chances for Chelsea. Chelsea do have a corner here, though. Kennedy whips it in. Cleared again at the front post, headed on, but cleared again. Werner was very good last season. I think Havertz could have a good season this season. I'd love to see Werner's goals finally come for him. I'd love to see his goals come for him. It would be exceptional if we saw Werner's goals come. Same with Havertz as well, to be honest with you. I mean, it's hard for me not to say Mason Mount. I haven't lost faith like a lot of people have in Mason Mount after that Euro final. It's a big learning curve for Mason Mount, isn't it? A very big learning curve. Oh, do we go with a stab in the dark? I reckon Pulisic will have a good season there. I think he'll have a good season. Get Pulisic fit. I think he can be a direct replacement for Eden Hazard. I think he'll be very, very good. KY27 is going for Mason Mount. I think Timo's best position is on the left wing. Wouldn't be surprised as well. KY would not be surprised. And Mason Mount has been the main asset for the last couple of years, really, hasn't he? He's been the poster boy of the Frank Lampard era, as I like to say. And now he's really been the poster boy of the Tuchel era. Apologies, 1 second. Oh, great timing that, isn't it? What an awful goal Tottenham Hotspur have just scored. Absolutely awful. Edouard Mendy needs to look at himself for that one. That has gone through the legs of Edouard Mendy. Let me commentate over this. So the ball rolls in to Heung-min Son. Son rolls it into Bergwijn. Bergwijn goes past Chalobah. Bergwijn shoots, and it's gone through the legs of Chelsea's ever so good goalkeeper, Edouard Mendy, and it has found the back of the net. And unfortunately, that does mean it is Chelsea 2, Spurs 2. In the 70th minute, we've still got plenty of football to play. If I can spell Bergwijn's name right, he doesn't have 2 G's in his name. He has 1. That was absolutely awful, as you can tell by the lack of reaction from me there. That was disbelief from me. Absolute disbelief that has gone through the legs of Edouard Mendy. Please sort yourself out, Edouard Mendy. At least get him out of the way in pre-season while you're not always switched on. Chelsea, though, looking right to get on the back foot. Oh, pulled into Pulisic. Just as I say, Pulisic could have a good season, eh? Just as I say, blazes it over. Absolutely blazes it over. 2-2. Who loses to one team? Spurs. Unlucky goal to concede, but it's only pre-season. Exactly. It's best to get the mistakes out of the way now, isn't it, KY? It's best to get the mistakes out of the way now. We've got that one out of the way. We're all sorted. Not a bad game for Chelsea. First half was so much better than the second, but plenty of time still left to play. Chelsea could go up the other end and bag a couple, but they have made wholesale changes, haven't they, Chelsea? Wholesale changes in this team. And we are one like away from 380, which if you'd have told me that at the beginning, one subscriber away from 380, which if you'd have told me at the beginning of the night, I'd have been absolutely over the moon, as I am right now. I've got a massive, big, beaming smile on my face. So thank you to you guys. Really, really giving me a bit of faith and a bit of confidence, especially after a long month of struggling to gain a few subscribers over the last couple of months. But thank you to you guys. I really do appreciate it. Zappacosta here into the feet of Loftus-Cheek. Lovely bit of play. Back into Zappacosta. Falls to Angerin. Good block there by Oliver Skip. And it's somehow found the hands of Golin in goal. I don't know. That is looped up so high and just found the hands of the Spurs goalkeeper there. Absolutely looped. Tammy Abraham looking to put a high press on here. Reguilon into the feet of, well nicked there by Azpilicueta. Was that Azpilicueta? That was Ampadu. My apologies. It's fallen to Abraham. Good save again by the Spurs goalkeeper. He's doing so well tonight. Mendy will get a pass, but Kepa wouldn't let in that goal. I think he would in pre-season, Steve. And part of the problem is we're just tired of Kepa, isn't it? We're tired of the mistakes from Kepa. So much hate. Is it 2-2 or shake my head? I don't know. Yes, it is, Isaac. Unfortunately, we're looking to do the Spurs on Spurs, apparently. But there we are. I think Angerin deserves a chance. I agree with that one as well, KY. I think he does deserve a chance, but if Tammy Abraham's struggling to start up front for Chelsea, there's no hope for an attacking midfielder to play in there, because attacking midfield, we are so saturated, so saturated, so saturated. Ben Davies has just come on for Reguilon, so that is Reguilon's day done. He has been ran around quite a lot, though, Reguilon, tonight. Callum Hudson-Odoi was weaving in and out, causing him all kinds of problems in that first half. Mendy's better at saving, but Kepa's better at distribution. Maybe. I've seen some questionable distribution, though, from Kepa. I am looking forward to seeing Ethan Ampadu in this side. I'd love to see him actually get a good opportunity as well, him and Angerin. I'd love to see the whole of the Chelsea youngsters get a good run in. But the thing is, we've got these star players for a reason, haven't we? And they're hard to take out of the team. 73 minutes played here, chaps. And that means we've got just over 15 minutes left for Chelsea to try and find a winner and try and rectify a very poor game. The crowd in Stamford Bridge isn't the noisiest. I think if my team my team has just gone to 2-2. If I was in the crowd, I'd be trying to get behind the boys in blue. I know it's only pre-season, but get behind them, get the support for them. Loftus-Cheek here into Chalobah. Chalobah goes out wide to Davide Zappacosta. Zappacosta into the feet of Pulisic. Lovely turn. Goes inside Dele Alli. Oh, but he can't quite do anything. Ali recovers nicely. Change the banner. Oh, yes. I haven't changed that big banner, have I? Thank you for the reminder, Oliver. Oh, no, I have. On my screen, it says I have. There you are. That's all I had to do. I had changed it. Do you think Hazard should come back? I think he would be class. He would be the class player he once was under Tuchel. This is going to be a very unpopular opinion. I know a lot of Chelsea fans absolutely love Eden Hazard. I love Eden Hazard, but I don't think he should come back. He's had his time, and I don't want to ruin that. I don't want to ruin that ethos around him. I just don't. It's not like when Drogba came back, he'll have a role. I think he'll just take a position for no reason whatsoever. I really think he'll just take a position, and it'll just hinder the development of the likes of Pulisic, Hudson-Odoi, who are already players who are sort of on the fringe of this Chelsea team. So I don't think I don't think he should be coming back to Chelsea. And, I wouldn't be disappointed if he came back. I'd love to see him back in a Chelsea shirt. But it's just because of the amount of young wingers who we have and the amount of talent. Hudson-Odoi needs to start kicking on. He was our star boy a few years ago. And, Mason Mount has put him in an absolute shadow. I know Mason Mount's a few years older than him, three or so years older than him. But he is living in the shadow of Mason Mount very much. And we need that development. And I think if Hazard was in this team, it would just cloud the development of the wide players. Steve agrees with me, saying Hazard will never be what he once was. I think I just saw someone say I look slightly like Giroud, so I'll take that as a massive compliment. The most attractive man in football. Callum Hudson-Odoi will be a prospect this season. He's looking even more confident. He is looking very, very confident. I hope we can get him some game time in the Champions League again, like we did last season. That would be ideal to build on what he, learned from last season. Aiden overweight, injury-prone Hazard. Exactly. Hazard was starting to look like the old self in the Euros. That's debatable. I think Thorgan Hazard looked more like Eden Hazard in the Euros, if I'm brutally honest with you. Callum Hudson-Odoi is overrated. I mean, he's still a young lad, so I won't say he's overrated. I think his potential maybe. I don't think he's going to get there. I'd love to be proved wrong, though, on that one. 379 subscribers, Josh Wilco says. So we are one away from that magic number. But Spurs might have another opportunity here. Ben Davies takes a shot. Oh, cleared off the line. Well back there by the Chelsea defender. I believe that was Ethan Ampadu. It was. Hard to recognise him without his dreadlocks from a few seasons ago, but he is cleared off the line. Chelsea living dangerously at this current moment in time. Ball's out wide with Doherty, plays it back into Lucas Moura. Lucas Moura into Oliver Skipp, into the feet of Son. Lovely little turn into Bergwijn. Defended well, though, by Ampadu, who manages to get a toe in, and Bakayoko is on the ball, looking to hit that line, though. He has done very well there to find Kennedy. He'll be desperate to prove himself in this Chelsea side after a lone season. Zappacosta again on this right-hand side. Pulisic makes the run. Doesn't use him. Doesn't use Tammy Abraham either. Rolls the ball back to Loftus-Cheek. And it looks like there's going to be a bit of recycling of the football here. There we are. Gary says, Ian, are you still watching? Ian, are you still watching? Let us know. Lovely to see you, Gary. Lovely to see you. Shaw, mate, says, thank you, KY. Thank you for subbing to Football Stars. There we are. How's Pulisic look today? He's not been on for very long, so it'd be hard to give him, a completely just comment in that regard. But he's looked okay. I mean, he's blazed one over from about 9 yards out, so that's not the best, but he's getting in the positions, he's making the runs, and like on that occasion, Zappacosta just made the wrong decision there. Should have just rolled him in, and he'd have been in behind the defenders. As Ampadu looks to switch to Zappacosta. Zappacosta rolls it back to Chalobah. Chalobah goes all the way back to Mendy. Thank you to everyone who has watched so far. Ian, if you are still watching, thank you for watching as well. And if you are new, be sure to smash that subscribe button. So close to 380 subscribers. It's been a mental night, so thank you to you guys. So absolutely thank you to you guys. And we'll try and get ourselves on the way to that magical 400 mark. I want to hit 500 subscribers by my birthday next month. It's a bit of an ask. I mean, I've taken me time to get there. We're just seeing the replay here of Ben Davies's effort, which was cleared off the line by Ethan Ampadu. Vital defensive play there from Ethan Ampadu. And he's done so well to clear that off the line. I cannot lie. He's done very, very well. Scarlett is coming on for Tottenham Hotspur. Can't act like I know who that is. Chalobah has come off, though, for Chelsea as well. I need to see who he's come off for because I haven't actually shown that on the screen yet. You should try and do a collab with George Benson. I think that's a little bit far out of my reach at the moment. Maybe when I get myself a couple of thousand. If you don't sub to Sam, you have to give Sam your house. Exactly. I need a house to live in. I can't work out who Chalobah's come on for. Or come off for, should I say. I cannot work out who he's come off for. Maezga. That's who it is. That's a blast from the past, isn't it? Maega. Wow. Sam looks like Josh Zerka. No, I don't. I mean, these people you say aren't ugly people, so I will take it. And Scarlett and Aurier have come on for Tottenham Hotspur. He looks like Jorginho. Oh, don't start with that, KY. Jorginho is my least favourite Chelsea player. Sub to Sam. If not, you'll have 10 years bad luck. Exactly. Yes, that's what I'm saying. We don't need Hazard. Exactly. Ten minutes left to play here, lads. 10 minutes left to play. Collaboration with Yoons Talk Football in the future. I mean, I don't know who that is, Sav. I'm not going to lie to you, mate, but whoever it is, I'm happy to do collabs with anyone, provided they agree with, that they're the kind of person I want to represent on this channel. You'll know what I mean by that. You'll know what I mean. Cesc Fabregas. That's who I've got on the back of the shirt. So I'd take that one. I absolutely adored Cesc Fabregas. I'd take that one. Oh, 10 minutes left. I am absolutely bursting for a wee. So the end of this game could not come quick enough. Spurs are looking to test and to probe now. I think they're looking to build on what they've done sort of in this second half. It's been much better from Spurs. They've made the most. I'm going to say they've made the most of their opportunities. They've not really, have they? Let's be honest. Like, they've not really made the most of their opportunities. It's been a massive deflection off Rudiger, but you have to be there. You have to take the opportunity. You have to take the shot to score, and they have done. And it's gone in, and it's 2-2. And, it's Chelsea have got this completely different setup now. They've got pretty much all young lads or loanees. If you include in Loftus-Cheek as a young lad, I'm not too sure anymore because he's 26. But we've got all loanees, all ex-loanees. So very interesting. Not going to lie, I think we should bring back Oscar. I don't think we should bring back Oscar. I don't like this idea of Chelsea bringing back players for no reason whatsoever. I agree we should bring back Lukaku, but that's because he's at the top of his game right now. We shouldn't bring back Oscar, who's a washed-up Chinese Super League player who's not done very well. That's not a reason to bring him back. Sub to Sam, or I will take your cookies. If you don't have any, I'll take your phone. Exactly, football stars. Exactly. I love how you're just trying to brute force people into subscribing. But if you haven't already, be sure to subscribe. That would mean the world to me. And we are up to 381. Absolutely fantastic stuff. I've just clocked. Just talking about, we were talking about the Super Cup earlier. Leicester are playing Villarreal tonight. Leicester were 3-0 up after 51 minutes, and it's now 3-2. So that could be a promising sign for Chelsea that Chelsea have conceded 2 tonight, but it could be a very promising sign for Chelsea with the Super Cup if they have intentions of winning the Super Cup themselves. Here's Malang Sarr into Christian Pulisic. Pulisic into Ruben Loftus-Cheek. Loftus-Cheek looks wider, though. He looks for Maesga. Still don't know how to pronounce his name. He's been at the club for so many years, the American. Still don't know how to pronounce his name. At least I know who he is. That makes a change. Malang Sarr again. Kennedy. Oh, bit of a lag on my stream there. Timo Anjurin manages to hold the ball away from Oliver Skip, and it's gone back to Kennedy, who's going all the way back. Hi, Sam. Who scored the Spurs goals? I mean, it was a weird one, Jonathan. One of them was a deflected shot off Rudiger from Lucas Moura, which pinged up over the goalkeeper. And then the second one, if you can find the highlights of the second one, it's gone through the legs of Edouard Mendy, and it's a bit of a catastrophe, actually, for England's goalkeeper, Chelsea's goalkeeper, as they get a free kick there as well. I'm still shocked we haven't made a big signing yet. I am, but I'm not, KY. That's the thing. I'm not overly surprised because we made so many signings last season, but there's plenty of opportunity, still plenty of time left. And like I said, Lukaku looks like he's almost here we go confirmed, isn't he? He's very, very close. Don't want to jinx it, but he looks very, very close. And Sav got in my head earlier as well about Erling Haaland. I think it's Chelsea flexing their money, really. If they are then going to go in for Erling Haaland and retract an offer, it is flexing money. Kennedy whips a ball in. Doesn't get any further, though, than the front post again. The corners and the free kicks haven't been great tonight from Chelsea. They'll be looking to work on that for when they get into the bulk of the season, because the amount of goals Chelsea scored last season from the head of Kurt Zouma, the head of Thiago Silva, all these big defenders we have is a lot. Zouma at one point was I think he was our third top goal scorer in the Premier League, and he didn't play that often. Here's Aurier, looks to pull it back for Son. Son, can he wrap it up here for Spurs? No, he can't. He turns back, rolls it into Dele Alli. Come on, Chelsea, defend properly. 86 minutes played. Back to Ben Davies. Chelsea look like they've ended that attack there. Missing Mount's free kick, says KY. Absolutely. Has Kane showed up for training yet? I'm not sure he has. He's not in tonight's squad either, Steve. He is not in tonight's squad either, which does make a very worrying situation for Spurs. Definitely looks worrying that he might be on his way out of the door and off to Manchester to wear the blue of Manchester City. I don't think we need Koundé. He isn't a relatively amazing player. This money should be used to get a striker or a better defender. Yeah, I see what you mean, Sav, but my problem is if we go in for a big signing of a centre half, who is available on the market who's a big signing of a centre half? There isn't really any of them. Koulibaly's 29 now. We're probably not going to go in for him because we need someone who's a bit younger. Van Dijk won't be taken away from Liverpool. Ramos is gone, hasn't he? Alaba's gone to Real Madrid and stuff like that. So is Kennedy still at Chelsea, Sam? Yes, he is. He's playing tonight. So, yeah, it's a difficult one. I think you've got to go with someone slightly less well-known or slightly less fantastic and polished, because you need to create the players yourself. Every other club is very good at creating these players, and especially with people like Ben White, who maybe would be more of your first choice. Rafa Varane, another one who would definitely be your first choice. With all of these going, I think it does make it difficult, and we need to get a polished article at centre half for when Thiago Silva eventually hangs his boots up. Chelsea appealing for a penalty/free kick there at the edge of the box. Have you heard about Ings signing for Villa? I feel like he's downgraded. He should be at a top 6 side. I mean, but that's the ambition of Villa. I don't think he's downgraded. I think it's a sideways move at the minute, looking on paper. But then on paper, they've been making some fantastic signings. Zappacosta out on this right-hand side looks to put it across the box while defended by Eric Dyer. He's been a bit of a rock, actually, today, Eric Dyer. A very, very decent performance. So far, man of the match, though, has to go to Hakim Ziyech with just over a minute and a half left to play here at Stamford Bridge. Yet again, guys, thank you for all the support on this stream. It's been simply sensational. Over 200 people in at one point. Absolutely fantastic. Tom says, I feel Lewandowski is a good fit for us. He would be, but again, I'm always conscious of age, and even if he goes on to score the same amount of goals as Ronaldo or whatever it may be, to the same age as Ronaldo, I'm still conscious it is only 4 years, and maybe that's a little bit naive of me considering how well Edison Cavani's done for Manchester United. But yeah, I wouldn't say no to him. I definitely wouldn't say no to Robert Lewandowski. He could fit in my team absolutely fantastically. Chelsea give NUFC Tammy Abraham, and we give yous Alan Saint-Maximin. I mean, we don't need another winger. Sorry, Jonathan. Sorry, we don't need another winger. If you'd offered us Joelinton, maybe. No, nobody wants Joelinton. Tom, mate, yeah, let us know. Would you want Lewandowski, or would you just prefer to go in for Lukaku and have 6-7 seasons max? I guess that is the thing, isn't it? It's only 6-7 seasons max. So why not go for Lewandowski? I don't know. A straight swap for Matt Ritchie. Yes, lovely stuff. 3 minutes added time here at Stamford Bridge. Yuvraj says, hi, lovely to see you, mate. If you are new, be sure to smash that subscribe button and let us know, where will Chelsea and Spurs finish next season? Comment section, be sure to let us know where do you think everyone will finish. There will be a Premier League predictions video out on my channel in the coming future. So be sure to keep an eye peeled. Your eyes peeled for that. That'd be fantastic. To be honest, I would love to see Chelsea get Ødegaard or Grealish. I don't know about Ødegaard. I really don't know about Ødegaard. I wasn't impressed with him at Arsenal. It would rub salt in the wounds, though, for Arsenal, wouldn't it? And Jack Grealish, I think he's gone. Okay, you could have Joelinton. He's crap. I know. That's exactly why I said it. Yeah, I don't know what I make. I don't know what I make of it. I don't know what I make of Martin Ødegaard. He looked so good, didn't he, at Sociedad that season? I think it was like 2 seasons ago. Not really done anything since, and especially how much he was hyped when he was 16. I don't know. I'd love to see more of him, but the thing is, all I ever watch is Chelsea, so I only see players when they play against Chelsea because I physically don't have the time to sit and watch every game, because who does? Lovely little exchanges there between Pulisic and Zappacosta. Did Chelsea mean business here with about a minute and a half of added time left to go? Do Chelsea mean business? Can they get themselves a goal? Bakayoko is fouled there just inside the Chelsea half. Here is Zappacosta again. Zappacosta into the feet of Christian Pulisic. Pulisic turns out, rolls it back to Maega again. Looks like Chelsea might be happy with a draw here, but Ethan Ampadu says no as he drives to the middle of the Spurs midfield. Rolled out wide again to Zappacosta. Can he get a better ball in this time? He goes to the byline. That's a little bit of a better ball. Overhit it slightly, and Aurier able to chest the ball back. Chelsea, best football club in the world, says Riyadh. Absolutely, Riyadh. Thank you for stopping by, mate. Hope you are doing well. I absolutely agree. And if you are new, buddy, be sure to subscribe for me. That would mean the world to me. Can Spurs get one last opportunity then? They are on the ball with 30 seconds left to play. Dele Alli into Lucas Moura. Lucas Moura with a lovely ball. Very good ball there from Lucas Moura into the feet of Aurier. Aurier rolls it into Son. Son looks to whip a ball in. Dele Alli arriving late. Well defended, though, by Matt Maega and Davide Zappacosta. Looks like he's going to take the ball forward. Can Chelsea get the ball forward? They've got 5 seconds left if they want to make an attack. Referee checks his watch. Is it going to finish 2-2? Looks like he's going to let Chelsea have the attack. And that is it. That is full time. Chelsea 2, Tottenham Hotspur 2. A very, very strange game. We should loan out more of these players, says Anton. Yes. I wonder where they all came from. It's like they've been on loan the whole time. Real Tom says Chelsea 2, Tottenham Hotspur 2. It's been a weird game. I won't say it's been boring. Like I've quite enjoyed watching the football tonight. I've enjoyed having you guys sitting on the streams with me. I appreciate all the feedback and all the support, guys. But after that game, I'm not worried about Chelsea. I think, Chelsea started to come apart when some of the youngsters came on, or some of the less experienced players. That is expected, isn't it? Very much so. It is expected. Pardon me for hiccuping there. Fraser, yeah, sure. Do what you want, Fraser. So I'm not worried. I'm really not worried. I think Spurs should be a little bit worried, the fact that they couldn't overturn this Chelsea side with full strength, with a very, very good Spurs side out. But again, they are missing players, but they just lacked something up front tonight, did Spurs. Very much lacked something up front. Son didn't really have a sniff of it. Neither did anyone, really. They got very lucky with some of their goals. Fair play to them. They've taken the opportunity. Jonathan says, good to see you again, Sam. Lovely to see you, mate. Hopefully we will see you soon. And we're just looking at that. We're just looking at the standings for the 3 games between Chelsea, Spurs and Arsenal. And Chelsea, unsurprisingly, are on top. The goals were taken really slowly. Oh, I've been bored out of my skull. That's unfortunate. I think our players that stand out. All we need now is Lukaku, says Anton. Anton's on the Lukaku train. Anton is on the Lukaku train. I wish there was a friendly between Chelsea and West Bromwich Albion. That would be full of goals, wouldn't it? That most certainly would be full of goals. We took out Kante. See what happened. Kante is a legend. Absolutely, Tom. It did actually happen like that, Tom. You aren't far wrong, mate. You absolutely aren't far wrong with that one. What a shout that is. First half was good, second half wasn't good. Yeah, it was just pre-season second half, wasn't it? It looked a bit lethargic, it looked a bit lackluster. It just didn't look great, did it? It didn't really look too great from either side, but this is the point where now they'll start building up the fitness, they'll start building up the sharpness to be prepared for the Super Cup, maybe, but definitely the start of the season. We expect both of these teams to hit the ground running. And it should be a fantastic season ahead. And the question I'm going to propose to you guys, we've got a little bit of time left. We've got 26 people still in the chat. So if you haven't already dropped us a comment, let us know. Where do you think Chelsea will finish next season? Where do you think Spurs will? I think Spurs will be lucky to finish in Europe this season, especially with that Conference League as well. Is Ross Barkley free to leave Chelsea, Sam? That is a very good question, Jonathan. Very, very good question. I'm not really sure. He's been a nothing man, really, hasn't he, Ross Barkley, at his time during Chelsea? Frank Lampard liked him. Don't know why, but there we are. So, guys, let us know who. Where do you think Chelsea will finish? Where do you think Spurs will finish? Obviously, as Real Thomas just said, Nuno Espirito Santo is their new manager. Who will finish where? But that is the key question. Where will Chelsea and Spurs finish this season? Let us know, and I will tell you my predictions right now. So I've already said I reckon Chelsea will finish third. I've given my top four. I feel like Chelsea is kind of missing using Mendy. Chelsea to finish first, says Real Tom. Fraser going in with fourth. A striker will take the league. I guarantee you that, says Tom. Tom reckons if we get Lukaku or a Haaland, we're going to win the league. So that is the thing. That's what you've got to weigh up. Lukaku could definitely cause some damage. If you've seen my prediction video, Sam, I said number one. Oh, be sure to check out Tom's prediction video if you haven't already. I'm going to go with Chelsea. I'm sticking Chelsea third, Liverpool fourth. Don't know who will finish fifth and sixth, but I think I said Spurs are going to finish about seventh, and I think that wouldn't be an unrealistic expectation, especially if they lose Harry Kane. And, there'll be a lot to change under Nuno Espirito Santo. There'll be a lot to change, won't there? So definitely. Akili says third. Anton says on top of the table. Wish we had a Drogba Costa hybrid. That would be the dream striker, wouldn't it? Absolutely would. Second, there we are. We've got me back. Sorry about that, guys. It all cut out. Jonathan, Tottenham Hotspur to finish sixth, and Lionel Messi won the seventh Ballon d'Or. So we've got a lot of predictions coming in here, guys. But with my Wi-Fi being a little bit dodgy, I think this is a good time to call it a night on tonight's stream. So thank you to everyone who has stopped by. I can still see there's 34 people. Thank you to you guys. You're still here right at the end. I really do appreciate that. And if you haven't already, be sure to smash that subscribe button. Try get us nearer and nearer to that magical 400 mark. It would be simply sensational for me. I really appreciate you guys. If you haven't already, get the notifications bell turned on. There'll be plenty of streams coming your way across the course of the season, and 2-Minute Tuesdays and Saturday videos, Saturday uploads will be returning in the near future. Once I've got a little bit more time, in a couple of weeks or so, once I've done my final exam for a course I'm doing, then I'll have a little bit more time to prepare for you guys. Thank you for watching, guys. And most importantly, stay safe. Cheers.